guys, Kelly here from Body Fit Solutions. So this day is all about releasing the back of the legs, the glute area and the side of the legs. So this is if you feel any tightness, maybe with walking or running in your hips, or just feel some tightness in the back of the legs. Maybe you struggle to bend down to touch your toes, so the back of the legs are very, very restricted. So I use a medicine ball or hard ball, but definitely start with a roller. If you have one of these, this is in our equipment list of things we should have at home. So definitely use that if you don't have this, but if you're finding that this is becoming a little easier, then progress to the medicine ball. So I'll just show you each of those so you can see the position. So I'm going to start with the glute area, and I'm going to lean on my right bottom, so just kind of around the sitting bone area, and then if possible cross that leg. So I'm going to cross my right leg over my left knee and just place the hand on the floor, and I'm just going to roll and really find any tender spots there in the glute area. So we're kind of going around the side of the glutes towards the back of the glute if there's some tenderness there, and potentially down right into the sitting bone area. So definitely have a good little feel. If you're not finding a lot of soreness, then you might need to progress to the harder surface balls. So if you don't have a medicine ball right now, try a hard football. You could try a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball, but I do recommend, if we're doing this position particularly, to have more of a robust, larger ball to work with. So I want you to find spots that give you a discomfort of about 7 or 8 out of 10, 10 being really painful and 1 being nothing. So you want to have a level of discomfort that then when you find it, you melt, relax into it, and ease the tension away. Okay, so I'm just looking for all those spots. I'm going to do 2 minutes on each side. The other area that can be quite an angry area is the side of the leg. So this is the IT band area. What we want to make sure of is we're not rubbing up and down on it, but that we're just slowly coming down and just feeling where any tender spots are. Again, if it feels and it's starting to get easy, then again we use the harder surface. So this is just really a prep if you've not done a lot of myofascial release before. Now this position can be a bit uncomfortable on the wrists, so if you put a pillow underneath your arm and just support yourself here through the forearm. If it's still a little bit uncomfortable, then what I suggest is using a lacrosse ball and lying on your side with your knees bent, and then placing the lacrosse ball gently against the side of your leg as you're lying completely flat. And I'll show you that in a moment. So again, I'm going to do 2 minutes. I'm going to slowly move down the leg. I found another little hot spot there. And I'm just going to breathe, try and relax as much as I can, so I'm not putting tension in the upper body. I'm supporting myself, but not too much tension, and just slowly rolling down towards my knee. And some people will find that there's more discomfort near the top by the hip. Some will find it's more near the knee area. So just explore, make sure you go all the way down. Now for myself, I'm also very tight in the back of the legs. Now we use just a PVC pipe that we've just cut from a longer length. But if you don't have obviously something like this, a rolling pin works really beautifully, and most of us have a rolling pin at home if we do any sort of baking. So what I'm going to do is place the pipe or the rolling pin just underneath my leg, between my bottom and the top of my leg. Ideally I would do this against a wall so that I can keep my spine really, really flat. Here I'm just using my hands to prop my spine up, so I'm being really upright. I wouldn't want to be sitting in this position. Now if you're really, really tight, then we've had a video before where you sit on a box or on a hard chair, or maybe on your dining room table, so that your legs can dangle off, and then once you have the pipe underneath, you can slowly straighten your legs. So please only come onto the floor if you can maintain an upright posture. If your spine is slumped, it won't do the job as well. Okay, so I'm going to go down that hamstring area and breathing. So it's not so bad there. You could also do this with the small lacrosse ball and just find really the areas of tightness. I do find this is quite helpful, the pipe, because it can go right across the entirety of my hamstrings, whereas the ball I have to kind of find from the outer sides to the middle to the inner sides which parts are really tender. And obviously do that on the other side as well. This is a great little prep before we start doing leg work coming up. So before you start getting into squats and lunges, and if you have any knee pathology, then doing the releasing is really, really important. There's another video that I've done on the front of the thigh, so make sure that you do a combination of the two, and also going into your calf area, which we've got another video on that goes right down the back of the leg entirely. And if you can get all those areas really released, I would maybe even spend a month doing that if you've not done anything like that, or you know you're a particularly tight person, and really, really dedicate your time to releasing all those knots before you start going into the next level, which is your strengthening coordination, balance, stability, and then up into kind of strength and power. So hopefully that was beneficial for you, and we'll see you soon.